What's up, everybody? Welcome to day 12 of my 18-day countdown to my birthday. As you know, we've been talking about a bunch of different topics. Today, we're going to be talking about being tested. And today's going to be a doozy. So from my previous videos, you know, we've been talking about overcoming fear, learning to laugh at yourself, dealing with haters. And it seems like the more I put these videos out, the more I'm being tested on different things to see if I'm really walking that talk and not just saying something. I see this light going in and out. But lately I've been being tested. You know, it seems like once I put out a topic out there, life has a way of saying, hey, you know what? Do you really stand on what you just said? Let's test that. And even though I keep a smile on my face, you know, some of these issues, I'm just like, damn, dude. But I remember that I just did a video on it, and let me overcome that fear. Let me laugh at myself. Let me deal with this hater or whatever the case is. I've just been tested. So if you're watching this today, keep me in your thoughts. I'm excited about becoming 50. That's coming in 6 more days now. So we're almost through with this series. And as I stated, I'm learning a lot about myself with expressing gratitude for different things. And I'm I'm going through the tests. I'm going through the ups and downs, and I'm staying afloat. I'm not really a person that talks about problems. I think we've discussed that before on previous videos. I like to speak to problems. I like to find resolutions or solutions to a problem. And that's what I've been trying to do. I feel like I'm just trying to come up for air and breathe and then go back into it and deal with whatever's coming. And lately, a lot of stuff has been just boom, 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 just coming. And, but I'm here. I think maybe I'm being tested to see if I'm going to continue this. Because sometimes when you put goals in mind, things will try to knock it down. Or if you have something in focus, and let's say, for example, you want to lose weight. I don't know about you, some cars going off. I don't know about you, but every time I try to lose weight, I would say, hey, you know what? I'm going to eat good this whole entire week. And then all of a sudden someone comes with a piece of cake. And you're like, dude. And you take the cake. I mean, you say what you're going to say to the person, but like, hey, man, I'm trying to lose weight and you're bringing a piece of cake. Give me that here. And that's how I feel. I feel like I made this commitment to myself, and everything is just, it's peeling from my time, peeling away. And I'm up early every day from 4:30 in the morning, and I put my head down to go to sleep at about 12 or 1 o'clock at night. So that's a long spread to get things done. But I feel like everybody's just trying to come and take a little piece of chunk of everything, you know, all my commitments that I have and different things. So I'm reallocating stuff. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to go in here. I'm going to knock out this video for like 30, 40 minutes. Leave me alone. I've been having to turn off my phone lately, just so I can focus. But I'm grateful for it. Now, of course, sometimes you have to let go. You have to be like, hey, you know what? Or vent about it. And I'll do that, but I just don't do it vocally. The only bad part of me is that you can see it on my face. So if I'm mad, you can see it on my face. So it does have an effect on somebody else. But like we discussed the other day, I have a great appreciation for life. And we were talking about the funerals. You know, I think it was on day 3 or 4. There's a funeral parlor that's right down the road from me. And I was driving by one day and I saw, you know, I had a whole bunch of issues going on. I don't know, something with the car, something with work. I don't know what was going on. But I was so angry, you know. And then I looked over to the left and I saw these people getting ready to bury their loved one. And it just put things into perspective. So that's what I've been having to do. I just been having to remind myself, hey, you know what? It's going to be all right. That's just the storm. Like we talked about my favorite tree is the palm tree. You know, they're all bent like this because they withstand so many storms. What has been helping me is praying in the morning. Praying in the afternoon, praying throughout the whole day, you know, just a few words. I I don't believe you have to go and be like, oh, sweet, use these huge words for it. I don't. I'm like, hey, bro, you know what? Help me today. God, I hope you got me. Help me get through this, you know? And that's helpful. And it's just me, how I speak. I don't have all the eloquent words, I guess is what you want to say, or the beautiful words to use while I pray to God. I just use what I say, you know, how I feel, and I think it's not about how that relationship or how can I say it in a right way. It doesn't have to be beautiful for me. It just has to be that connection, if that makes sense. So, but in this series that we're doing, you know, I'm grateful for the trials. You know, it may not seem like it sometimes, or whatever the case is. I am very grateful for being able to overcome these things that come my way. And I just want to encourage anybody that if you're going through something too, it's gonna be all right. Stay the course. A lot of obstacles will always come in your life, especially when you have a goal in mind. There's gonna be stuff that hits you left and right and knock you off your rocker. You know, you're just gonna be like, whoa, you're gonna be woozy. But it's important to come back from that and then realign yourself in the direction of your goal and then keep going for that goal. So with that, I'm not gonna make this video long. I got a whole bunch of other stuff I gotta get done. We just had a new quinceañera come in and sign for an event that we're gonna be doing next year for them. So I'm grateful for that. It's weird, like you'll wake up and you'll have a complaint about something. And then he's like, hey, you know what? I got you. Watch this. And another contract came in today. And I'm just like, man. And I was starting to spiral down. I'll be honest with you. I was going through my little issues today and I'm like, boom, 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 boom. Then, hey, we need to come in and I need to get this contract signed. And all of a sudden, you know, my day turned around. And now I'm back to the grind again. So I've been grinding all morning long, grinding afternoon, and then now it's going into the third mode, which is my push it mode for the rest of the evening. Then I still got to get back in the gym. So I got to stay the course. 6 more days, I'm going to be 50 years old. I think I've lived 50 years of different things being hit at me, and I can withstand a lot. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the trials, the tribulations, the tests, the victories, everything. Everything comes together. Like I said, everything that happens in your life is made to either break you or mold you. It's just your perception of what you see. If you feel like something's breaking you, then that's what's going to happen. That's how you're going to feel, and you're not going to have a way to come out of it. But if you feel like you're being molded by these things, you know, you take this and you just mold it, boom, boom, and you rebuild yourself. You're able to withstand a whole lot more. So that's my words of encouragement. Like I said, if you watch this, drop a comment, just keep me in your thoughts. And as always, thank you for being part of this journey. We're 6 days closer to my birthday, and I am welcoming that stage of my life. 50 is a new 20. I guess, I don't know. But anyways, I appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Deuces.